What's up, you guys? This is HJ here, and welcome to another Minecraft video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a McDonald's in Minecraft. Now, you guys first want to start by actually taking out a portion of the sidewalk here. If you guys prefer to do so, you guys can use the crosswalk here just so that people that are walking would be able to see that there is a space for them to walk in front of traffic. Now you're going to want to build this a little bit back, and you're going to want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure this is even. So now I'm going to go ahead and start off with the parking lots. Now the parking lot is going to be, or parking space I should say, it's going to be 2 by 3. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 coming this way. And the reason for that is because if you don't have mods on Minecraft, you're not going to have cars realistically. If you want to do a 3 by 3, I guess you could, especially if you plan on adding a car mod later down the line. But for today's video, I'm not going to be doing that due to the fact that I don't intend on adding a car mod anytime soon. So I'm just going to create this parking space just like that. I'm actually going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'll show you how to do the drive-thru. Now, the drive-thru for this version of McDonald's is really simple. Because the building is going to be up here, and I'm actually going to elongate it, and I'm actually going to cut some of this grass off back here later down in the video. So since this is going to be a little bit elongated, I'm going to start here, go all the way up until it's lined up with the other side of the parking lot. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to count 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go 1. And this is where it's going to get a little bit complicated, because now you're going to drag this out. You're going to do the same thing over here. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take it up to right about here, start here, and then start drilling this part off, because eventually the goal is to have an indent, so that way the drive-through traffic can go behind the building without, actually hitting it. And in theory, you'd want to give it at least 3 blocks of space, because the lanes in Minecraft that I have in my world are 1, 2, 3 blocks wide on each side. So because it's a one-way drive-through, you want to have a 3-block lane going behind the building itself. So now that I've cut this part out, I'm actually going to create a little bit of a line here, so that way and make it a lot easier to guide the cars through. Leave a little bit of space here, and then same thing over here, just like that. Make sure I'm doing this. Yep, okay, I have enough space. Okay, I want to make sure there's enough space for the building also, because if you don't leave enough space for the building, it's going to look very cramped. Now, this is going to be a very small McDonald's, so don't anticipate that it's going to be like a massive, like, blow you out of the water style McDonald's. I only want this one to be big enough for people who actually choose to sit on the inside, or for people that want to go in the drive-thru, but I'm not trying to overcrowd it. So this is our McDonald's little lot right here, and for those who don't know, an American McDonald's is actually, most of them where I live are one-way parking lots now. They've actually updated them, so they're not two-way parking lots anymore. So that's why this building right here, you guys can see I didn't include a space for you to go left. That's because every McDonald's has you going to the right to go around the building. And then what they will do is they will have an area carved out where traffic can go around the drive-thru and traffic can go in to the drive-thru. So because of that, what I've done here is I've taken the liberty of putting this spot right here, this little median here, so that way traffic can go beside the building for the drive-thru, or it can go out of the building for going into the regular parking lot. and that will help out a ton. So now let's go ahead and let's start filling in some of the blanks here where there's not a lot of asphalt. So I'm gonna fill in the asphalt really quickly. I'm gonna do that off camera, and then I'm gonna come back once the asphalt is finished. All right, so here comes the fun part. Now I just need to kill those animals because they're bothering me. And then we need to create an outline for the McDonald's itself. So to do that, we're going to start from this corner. We're going to drill down and place one block. Then we're going to go over here, same thing, one block. Now I want to trace out where our windows are going to be. And the reason why we're doing this is so that when we build the building itself, it's symmetrical with everything that's attached to the building, like the roof, the windows, the floor, all of it. So now we're going to count 1, 2. And actually for this back one, we can fill in the whole thing because the drive-thru window is going to be on the side. But to keep it symmetrical, I'm going to count off 1, 2, 3, just like that. And I'm going to put an extra block on top of it so I know where the marking is for it to be symmetrical with the front windows. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, there we go. Now it doesn't look like actually it does. It looks like the door is going to be up here because this is right in front of the driveway. So that's a good thing. So that means now we can take this side because this side is not going to have any windows either. It's only going to have windows on that side and on the front. So because of that, we can just take this right here and just drill, well not drill, but place the blocks all the way around here. So that way it's already filled in and done. Now, one key thing I want to mention, the theme for McDonald's is usually white, red, and yellow. And so to honor that tradition here, I'm going to start a block back, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then do one block. This is where our door is going to go, but I'll show you guys that in a minute. 1, 2, 3, then another block. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and keep repeating this until I have filled in the entire front with all of the red that needs to go there for the windows, and then I'll take these two out and put white concrete down here so we can mark where the door frame is supposed to go. I might actually, later on, I might change this to wood. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna change this to wood real quickly because realistically, it should be a hard kind of ceramic floor, sort of. So that's what I'm gonna do there. Now on this side, we're gonna create another indent. Actually, we're not gonna create another indent. The reason why I thought I was going to create another indent is because I realized that it would look a little bit more pleasing to do that, but no, we're not actually going to do that. We're actually going to take this part off, and this will be open. It'll actually be somewhat open, so that way we can put the white in here. So 1, 2, 3, same thing here. And then for our drive-thru window, it's actually going to be a little bit larger. I want it to be a little bit larger. So for that purpose, I'm actually going to leave this big space open. This is going to be our main window. And actually, I think this is going to be the pay and serve window. I'm not following the traditional design. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know that when I build stuff like this, I don't follow the IRL design. I follow a non-traditional design for them because I like to be unique with my builds. And if I copied the real McDonald's, I'd be copying every other channel out there that does the exact same thing. So to prevent that from happening, that's why I don't do it from the textbook McDonald's, and I instead do it my own way, because the way that I like to build McDonald's is to try and be genuine with it. And so that's why, that's why I'm doing it like this. I just thought I'd explain that so you guys are aware. But then here we go. We're going to go ahead and fill in the back here. And I'm actually going to add an extra layer to this above where the window frame is, because I'm going to show you guys the way I want to do the roof in just a second. So I want to include some gray concrete in this to give it a little bit more vibrancy and a little bit more color, and I also want it to be contrasted more, so that's why I'm gonna do that in just a split second here. But first I have to actually drum up these to the top seam right here, and now you guys can see here what I'm trying to do. So in here, this is where the drive-through window is going to be, and I'm actually going to do this on the side and then cover that on the front right there. There we go. That looks good. Now, these ideally could be side windows, but because it's a drive-through window here, I'm going to go ahead and, I guess I decide that I'm going to go ahead and cover these up. Now you guys can see where I'm going to put these at and why I broke those in the first place. So now, I guess I'm satisfied with it. It's not going to be, like I said, I'm not trying to copy every single aspect of a real McDonald's, because I'd be copying every creator. That would not be genuine. I want this to be as genuinely me as I possibly can make it. So now what I'm going to do, I want to add some color to it. And I think the best way to do that is to use gray concrete and to just go around the top with a trim that goes all the way around the outside. Also, it would make sense because the drive-through is usually covered on the drive-through side. There's a little bit of an overhang, so I guess it would make sense for me to do that. And then I'm gonna go over the top here, and I'm gonna do one piece going around, and then what I'll likely do is I'll likely seal it up in here, and then I can always bring the red up some to meet it in the middle. And you guys, if you guys don't like the way I build McDonald's, you guys can also check out TSMC Minecraft. If you guys are looking for an actual like real to real ratio recreation of the Minecraft McDonald's, he actually has a channel where he goes over how to build things as they are IRL, and he does a better job of making it the copycat version of the real McDonald's. And so I'll leave a link to his Minecraft video in the description below, so if you guys are not interested in watching a like this genuinely like weird version, you guys can go watch his for the in real life accurate version of McDonald's, because he does a phenomenal job of explaining how to do that. And his videos are more popular than mine. I'm being 100% honest here. His videos are more popular than mine because, one thing, I'm relatively new to this. So that's why I'm gonna recommend him if you guys want to go watch the IRL creation. So let's go ahead and let's put some torches on the outside too, so we can give this thing a little bit of light. Alright, so now that we have that, now we need our windows. So let's go ahead and let's use the gray glass pane here. Gray stained glass pane. If I want to be textbook accurate with the naming here. Let's go ahead and put the glass all the way around, and then I'm actually going to do this top down window here, partial window, and that's for the drive-through. And now I'm going to go ahead and fill in the floor. I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'm going to come back once the floor is filled in. Alright, all good. So we've created the floor on the inside. Now we just gotta create our, well, first off, we need our countertop. I'm gonna use light gray concrete for that, actually. Do something a little bit more different. Oh, we need a kitchen too. So I guess what's gonna likely happen here is I'm gonna have to include a large divider here, and the rest of this will be the eating floor. So now we have that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do a kitchen going around the side and the back area. So let's go ahead and let's put in our furnace here. This is where they're gonna cook the food. McDonald's, I probably am not 100% sure, but I've seen the inside of our McDonald's, so it might just be ours, but they have like a little station in the middle where they put the cheese and the chicken McNuggets and everything. They put all of those on the burgers and stuff in the station in the middle of the floor behind the ordering counter, and it's off to the left, if you guys have ever seen a McDonald's before. So what I'm gonna do here to replicate that, I'm gonna use a bookshelf because I don't have anything else I can use a chisel bookshelf actually, because I don't have anything else I could use. So I'm gonna do a chisel bookshelf, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this held up by suspenders in the middle of the building, and these will be, I guess I'll use iron bars to suspend them, because the IRL McDonald's, they have, like I said, they have a station where they pull the trays out and they put the burger and the cheese and everything on it before sending it over to the cook to put it into the oven for them to actually make the food. And so to replicate that, I've included the chiseled portion or chiseled bookshelf here. This portion is going to represent that, and then of course the cash register, I don't have any actual registers, so because I don't have any actual registers, I'll actually put 2 of those here, and I'll put a sign facing the customer that shows the order total. And then they also have a mobile order pickup now in McDonald's, which is where the people get their mobile orders from. And so most of them have it where you pick them up in front of the people that are standing there. For the rural McDonald's, they often have little like kiosks where they set the food. So because of that, I'm putting the chisel bookshelf on the outside here, so that way people who have mobile orders can just grab their mobile order and just walk right on out. And then I'm also going to include the tables here. And I'm actually going to do some bar style tables. So let's see. I think I'll use a pressure plate. I'll use I'll use an iron pressure plate, a heavy weighted one. And these are the McDonald's tables, and they also have tables on the side too, that are a lot larger, so I'll include that. And then I'll put the logo on the front, and then we will be done with this episode. Alright, let's put a side table on the front. Okay. Put 1, 2 chairs here. Actually, I should probably move this one away from the line. See, I don't have that much space to work with. I'm gonna try and work with what I have. Do I have space? Yeah, I have space. I can put some on the side here. I could put a couple of chairs on the side. And I can line bar tables up to, yeah, there we go. Alright, we have somewhat of an interior for the McDonald's. Oh, one last thing. All McDonald's have to have a door for behind the counter because, well, they don't want to let people in there that should not be back there. Employees only rule. I've worked in retail before, so I know. And restaurants, so I know. And here we go. This is the finished product, but there's only one thing that's a little bit off. Can anybody guess what that is? I'll tell you right now. It is the M logo on the McDonald's. So let's go ahead and put our little M on it. Haha! It is finished. We have completed our McDonald's. And if you guys want to, you guys can also add a sign off to the side for your highway And if you're building this near an interstate, you can build a tall sign too, like they have on the interstate, or if you're in Europe, they have on the motorway to let you know that McDonald's is like right there. But yeah, that does it for me. I'm HJ, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.